I was a young woman with 2 children. I didn't really have direction, but I knew that I wanted to be somewhere better than where I was. And most importantly, I wanted to provide a better life for my children. Sandria Barron's actually introduced me to the program. I know her personally outside of the program. She just thought it was a perfect opportunity for me to just get in, and she thought I'd succeed at it. So I just said, why not? I was that person that everybody went to kind of help like set up their cell phones, or, they needed me to help set up their computer or email. I was just that go-to person, but I never imagined, being here. I was also that kid as a, child. I would take things apart and put it back together. So I think that kind of fed a little bit of my childhood curiosity. I went in there with an open mind, willing to just absorb as much as I can. I believe that if you don't know something until you know it. So I just came in there with an open mind, willing to learn and just absorb as much as I can. Right before I started the program, I was a 30-year-old mother of 2. I was 2 years out of the homeless shelter. Around the time when my son was born, I basically got an eviction notice on my door. I had to kind of overcome that. 3 months later, I was, the sheriffs come to my house and telling us we had to go and gather as much as we could. Stayed in a hotel for a week. Got myself into a homeless shelter, stayed at that homeless shelter for a few months, and then from there, I rented a single bedroom with me and my 2 children for 7 years while I did odd jobs. Kind of just went from there, and then I met Sandy Barron's, and she told me about this program, and I just went for it. The strength came from understanding that was my rock bottom, and I didn't ever want to be in that place ever again. And I owed it to me, especially my children, to give them a little bit more of a stable life. I have 2 great kids, and why wouldn't I not want to do my best for them? And also, for my own daughter, and my son, I would try to drive for excellence. I was encouraged growing up to go to college and continue my education and build myself from there. So I wanted to undo that generational curse and encourage my children that anything you want in this world, you're entitled to it. But how could I tell them to live up to that standard if I wasn't living it to myself? Kind of like when you're on the airplane and you're in a crisis, what do they say? Give the oxygen mask to yourself before you can give it to someone else. I had to breathe life into myself. My life couldn't be just, it was about my kids, but I also had to focus on me. Well, my favorite part of the program is not just the learning the hard skills, the technical skills. I love the professional development. I didn't go in there with the attitude of, oh, I know this already. Hey, I went into there with the attitude, what else can I learn? What else can I pick up so that I can pass on when that time comes for me? Of course, one thing being a woman in America, and especially a brown woman in America, you deal with imposter syndrome, and you're afraid that someone's going to just write you off based on your appearance. So you just go in there with that confidence, ready to take up space, because again, whatever you want in this world, you are entitled to, and you shouldn't listen to that negative talk from others or the preconceived notions others may have of you. You just go in there ready to kill it and impress. It's not just because of my own success. I want to be able to pass that along to everyone, and I want to be that person to tell others who may have been in my shoes, you don't have to be a poster child from your circumstances. There's always drive to just move forward. It started with my daughter. Before I even became a mentor, my daughter's a very smart, bright young woman, and I wanted her to live and have opportunities to just thrive in this world. So I decided to just use, this influence. In fact, something deep down inside of me before that was hoping that she would decide to apply for this program, because again, she's a smart kid and she just needed a leg up. The idea was just to get her in here, put her around people who could show her the way.
And your daughter, when did she graduate?
December of 2023.